Put the needle on the record.
Brunson stops on a dime, launches. Oh yeah! Jalen Brunson buries it.
They give it to B. All right, here it is. Bernard looking for 50, and he's got it. Back-to-back 50-point games for Bernard King.
Now has Starks for Ewing. Ewing with the spin. Ewing, yes! 1:10 seconds remaining. The Knicks lead by 1.
In my opinion, there are no giveaway games here in the NBA, but that's what the Knicks seemingly were trying to do last night until they came up with a big 114-113 win over the Indiana Pacers. Yes, the Pacers are 6-21 at this point in time, but the Knicks coming off that cup victory decided, you know what? We're gonna shorthand ourselves tonight. We're gonna give a little bit of a rest and see what happens. Because you are playing the 6-21 Indiana Pacers, and the lineup was, it's just you looked at it and you're like, okay, the Pacers are only 6-21, but this is probably an opportunity for them to win a game. But no, you have Mr. Cold-Blooded Jalen Brunson hitting the big three with about 4 seconds left to give the Knicks this 114-113 win. Oh, I just really enjoy watching this team. I keep getting a little bit verklempt every time I feel that we may be making a move or a big trade, because I feel like this is when Amari Stoudemire first came here and we went out and got Melo and we went 14-14. I'm not saying that's going to happen with Giannis. I just love the continuity with this team. If anything, I would pick up something for the bench. But Tyler's making it hard. Tyler's making it difficult. Tyler's really murking the waters up here. Do you keep him? Do you trade him? Do you put him as part of a package? Is he going to be consistent? Those are the questions that we need to ask. Those are the questions we hope we're going to ask. Now, the Pacers, of course, were missing a slew of players as well. I think they were missing 6 guys out of their starting lineup. But they jumped out to a strong. They came out strong. They came up like 7-up, building a double-digit lead. They were efficient. They scored well. The Knicks struggled early, and also we maintained. We had some issues maintaining ball control. We had some turnover issues early on. Indiana went out to a halftime lead of 62-59. And the third, it was funny. I got concerned. They came out of the locker room looking a little lethargic the next day, looking a little beaten down, looking like they may have celebrated in Vegas just a little bit too much. Sometimes when you make it rain, sometimes you got to bring an umbrella. But Tyler Kola came out cooking. He came up. So did Bridges. So did OG Anunoby. But like I said, when they came out into that third quarter, they were down double digits again. And they just slowly work towards it. Again, methodical, efficient, with motion. They were 43 of 92. Again, they were 17 for 43 from 3, the Knicks were. This game should not have been as close as it was because they stunk it up at the free throw line. They only shot 58%. And like I said, they had 16 total turnovers. Brunson had 25 points with 10 of 23, 3 from 8 from 3, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. He started, like I said, but it was that big shot at the end of the game that put the, it's Captain Comeback. It's Captain Clutch. It's cold-blooded. Bridges does everything that Bridges does. 22 points, 9 for 19, 4 for 9, 8 boards, 5 assists. OG Anunoby added 16 points on 5 for 13, 2 for 7 from 3, 6 boards. Ariel Hakaporti came up. I mean, Ariel Hakaporti. What are you gonna say about the Hakaporti? He does what he's supposed to do. He reminds me of Ken the Animal Bannister, who just comes in. He reminds me of Buck when we had. And it was funny because we were talking to someone about that yesterday. He reminds me of Buck Williams. Buck Williams was that stalwart for the New Jersey Nets, then went over to the Milwaukee Bucks. Then he basically came over for the last 2 seasons at the end of his career. His job was basically to be the enforcer. And in the 27 minutes, he picked up 4 personal fouls. Ariel Hakaporti does. He's not going to give you much. He's going to give you 4 points, but he's going to give you some rebounds. He's going to give you some assists. He's going to give you a couple block shots. He's going to get you those offensive turnovers. Like I said, Ariel Hakaporti, he reminds me of, like I said, Buck Williams, that Ken the Animal Banisher, go out there and commit a hard foul. And he's stealing a few minutes away from Gershon. Gershon's got to find his flow. 1 for 5 in 11 minutes, 3 rebounds. That's not going to cut it. And he also had 2 turnovers in 11 minutes. Jordan Clarkson did shoot 50% from field, not from field goal, but shoot 50% today. He's still finding his way, but he was 5 from 9. He was 5 for 9 from 3. Tyler again. Tyler Kolek. He's really fucking up the works, man. 26 minutes, 16 points, 7 for 10, 2 for 4 from 3, 6 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 turnovers, and a partridge with a steal and a block. Plus, he had 2 offensive rebounds. It's, what do you do with Tyler? Do you keep him? Do you put him in as part of a package? Is there a potential package where we get Giannis only having to give up the likes of either? Well, you know the thing. Now the problem with the Giannis trade is this: you're gonna have to give up Karl Anthony Towns and either Bridges or OG Anunoby. That's a given. And if you're gonna do that, I don't want to get rid of Tyler. And to be perfectly honest, if I'm gonna make a Giannis trade for Cat, I would rather give up OG Anunoby in that $200 million contract. And the fact that you are at bated breath every time he winces or moves the wrong way in OG, because of the fact that he's not known as being that Iron Man. He might be he's a little bit more of a Tin Man at times, but he's not that Iron Man. And I would rather keep Bridges because I think Bridges does more for this team, and I like the continuity between Bridges, Brunson, and Hart. I would love to bring back DiVincenzo, but we know that's not going to happen. That's a Knicks pipe dream because, like I said, having that core together and having DiVincenzo on the bench, it solves so many of our problems. It gives us that scorer. It gives us that player that has the tenacity. It just gives us that extra something. And I really hope that if there was a potential possibility to bring that in, I would love to see it. But you know what? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I gotta play this. Hold on. Let's play this 13-second clip.
Into the hands of Jalen Brunson. Knicks down 2. 8 seconds to go. Brunson drives, pulls back, 3-pointer. Bang! Bang! Jalen Brunson knocks it down.
Oh, that's just fucking cold-blooded. I could play that over and over again. That gave me the Bernard King shivers. I like I said, I'm an old-time Knicks fan, so I watched when Bernard dropped 60 on Christmas. I was there for the back-to-back 50s. I'm hoping I'm going to go. I'm thinking about going tonight. The weather's kind of crappy, and it is a long journey to go out to MSG, and it was an 8 o'clock game, I would go out tonight, but I'm still thinking about it. We got, of course, the 76ers coming in to MSG. Hold on, let's see. Let's get an injury report here. I know we got an injury report here on the Sixers. Let's see. Joel Embiid is questionable with the hurt ovaries. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's with an illness. Let's see here. That's really the only substantial injury that I'm looking at right now. You got the Knicks. Don't really have anyone listed on the injury report. Josh Hart's got the abdominal strain. Miles McBride, of course, with the strained ankle. Mitchell Robinson, the left ankle injury management. You got Landry Shamet, who, of course, is out. You got left knee soreness for Karl Anthony Towns. They all missed Thursday's game, but I believe Hart and Karl Anthony Towns will be back for this Mitchell Robinson needs to come back too. Mitchell Robinson needs to come back quickly. Mitchell Robinson, to me, is the fly in this ointment. And we're going to do a video about that, I think, next week Mitchell Robinson's either going to be your savior. He's either going to potentially be part of the Knicks savior core, or he's going to be a detriment to this team because there's going to be no in between with him. And we have an entire video just dedicated to the like of Mitchie the Kid. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Another big win. I love watching this team play. If I can't make it out to the MSG tonight, I'm going to be watching the 19-7 Knicks play, of course, against those vaunted 76ers. I just love watching this team. There are still question marks. They have a championship window now. I've said it before. I think outside of OKC, the starting lineup, Voji Anunoby, Hart, Cat, Bridges, and Brunson, or what you need. It's the bench. I would also like to see some more rebounding, a little bit more toughness off the bench, but I think that's what Ariel Hakaporti is going to give you. And I thought that's what Gershon was going to give us, but I think Gershon's going to be a trade candidate coming up in February because that's when we can move on for him. So we have to wait and see on that. Don't forget, make sure you like the videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure when you hit notification, you hit all notifications. This is Tim. This is New York Knicks Unleashed, and I'm out of here.